Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Michael, your astrologer. This is where we dive deeper into the messages from Spirit for Scorpio season. I'll first be diving deeper into the messages for this month. What is about to happen? What can we expect? And how can we grow and evolve from this to become more whole, better, and live according to the cycles of nature? And then I'll dive deeper into the messages for your sun, your moon, and ascendant sign in the tribe. The tribe is a growing group of people that really is learning everything about living cyclically, what it means to be an I am human, your original state, the original intention, why you are here, and how we can cooperate as human beings for this new earth, really, that is presenting itself right now for us. And you can join the tribe right now. This is where we have monthly new moon guidance, full moon guidance, messages from Spirit for your sun, moon, ascendant sign, live call, monthly 5 Kundalini meditations to align with the energy, in this case, of Scorpio season, and 40 tribe members that really are thinking and living the same way as you are. So this month is Scorpio season, and I'm about to, really show you some really cool things, because Scorpio season really is always this season, if you know some astrology, where you're scared of, in a way, except for the Scorpios and Leos. And obviously I'm just joking, but and even still, like November, and then winter's coming, and everybody's just like prepping to go within, and it is not, summer's still there. There's like these memories of how beautiful it was, and now it's going to be cold and gray, at least in the northern part of Europe. Is that, it's not considered the best of times, the most pleasant of times, but it is a necessary time to go and really, if you want to live cyclically, delve deeper into the nature of what you have lived during the spring and summer and fall, and really process, what has happened. And really reap the benefits and the fruits of that labor at the same time. So Scorpio season is where we dive deeper to the truth of the underlying forces of nature, the raw power, the Kundalini. And so this is truly where we discover our greatest power. And we've got some beautiful astrology, really, to help us and to guide us in that. Am I saying it's going to be a walk in the park? Well, no, it's Scorpio season, right? But I'm seeing big opportunities here to shed some old layers. The moment I record this, and I find this very important, there's a reason why I'm recording it the moment that I start recording, and that is happening on a last quarter moon in Cancer. So that basically means that my message to you for this month in Scorpio season is really about where we are stuck in between, two paradoxes, if you will, where we are not sure about what we're feeling. And with Scorpio season ahead, we can tend to be more darker and expect the worst, and we're worrying. So we could overprotect. But basically, what is happening is that we are needing to reflect together with the other person about how we are interacting with the outer world, because it's really about the outer that is being a reflection from our inner. So Cancer is the inner needs, the emotional needs, and Libra is the outer world that is reflecting what we actually truly feel. So it is discovered by getting into dialogue with other people about our most inner needs. Whether that is about how we are in a relationship, whether that is about the home and the family, whether that is about our career or our health. That's what we're going to look at in the Sun, Moon, Ascendant. It's going to be very specific for your sign. But really, the core is about what are your most essential needs. And Mars in Cancer, there also, is about nurturing. It's about care. It is about truly, well, acting from a certain kind of kindness. And in the word kindness is the word kind, which comes from German Kind, which is that childlike way of being, with a certain kind of awe for the miracles of life, but at the same time just, not even overthinking it, just living that. And that is, true kindness, really. So, there's with this Libra part or air, kind of vibe that is there. What we can truly say here is that the fruits of our labor are being shown, and we can rest assured that our, in a way, quote unquote, how did I write it down? Our reputation is established, and that's drawn in the sub-moon card also, that was really a focus on air, so that's why I'm not also saying, but just in general with air signs, it is about a certain connection. And so, reputation, in the sense that we've worked so hard, we kind of have a certain kind of authority, because people have formed an image of ourselves, of us, because of what we've done, right? And that's in the collective. So that's our reputation. And we can rest assured that that is established, that we've really done what needed to be done, whether that is, talking about the last weeks or months or even just years, So we'll look at that too. And so then, really what is needed is this honesty this month in Scorpio season, which is about a deep dive to the truth of ourselves, emphasizing this phase of this moon in Cancer that we're in whilst I'm recording this, which is about our true needs. And then with Mars in Cancer trining over to Neptune, this ability that we're given, a gift, to align our Mars, our actions, with Neptune, with truth. So this is a certain kind of honesty in action, but really more an aligned action, and aligned with a higher truth. And with Saturn in Pisces, trining over to Mercury in Scorpio, and Moon in Cancer, exact trine, by the way, well, to the degree, is about letting that emotion flow so that we can have energy in motion and really start generating an electromagnetic field that is in alignment, Saturn in Pisces, with our spiritual spine. That we have a spine, and it really means that we can stay close to who we are in the most, truth of who we can be, which is just part of these energetic patterns and a creator of our own lives, because there cannot exist a reality without your interaction. Your reality would not exist if you wouldn't exist. So that's how you create your own reality, and no one else can do that for you. So that's why Saturn in Pisces is about a spine, and a spine is about values. It's about integrating really what we experience as human beings, as living beings, as energy, interacting patterns of energy with other patterns of energy. That's just who we are, and that's that true essence. Really, so this is not about an identity or, about an ego, about you just like you are the best and you're going to earn a lot of money and just your reputation. No, there's practically, there is fire, right? This is going to give us this hopeful, optimistic, let's keep growing. And yes, Chiron and, Aries and North Node in Aries is about really embodying that truth more than just egotistical action, right? Because Mars is in Cancer, which is really about reconditioning ourselves to take action from a more nurturing aspect, especially with Sun in Libra square Pluto and Mars and you could say the Moon opposite Pluto. That's a check-in with your soul and really maturing into our emotions. Emotions are just really the recorder, or I would say the recordings of the recorder, and the recorder being the soul. Well, it's just who's creating all of this, and this ego with it's really Cancer. It's a self-image. It's just really the image after. If you have a projector, right, then there's images being projected onto the screen, and it's just like bits of information. It's just so many frames per second, right? That's why we can see a video, and it's just the same in life. It's just frames per second. We process that through emotions. That's that energy that we process. So it's a realignment with the soul, and it's really about maturing the soul. Pluto in Capricorn square the Sun in Libra, which Mars and Moon square Libra. So that outer projection, Sun in Libra, right, that needs to be reframed, and we just have to start with our own self-image and take control over that, in the sense that we have to get back to the truth of who we are. Mercury in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio, and that's what this whole month is about. A deep dive to the deepest, truest parts of ourselves. And even that for your Sun, Moon, and Ascendant sign is going to be, zoomed in on in depending on what house that is. So, if you're Leo, it is your home and your family. If you're Aquarius, it's your business and stuff like that. So, but it is about the truest part of ourselves, and about being honest and being vulnerable and being open. And so this is where that grand trine with Mercury in Scorpio, that is really going to have this, knowing, and we're going to talk, taboo and talk truth, talk, and maybe also, lie and seeing the lies being exposed, whatever. But it's just really about feeling it, trining the Moon in Cancer, nurturing. And at the same time, Mercury and Moon is about an instinctive truth, an instinctive action, trining the Saturn in Pisces. And this is where that Saturn in Pisces is that grounding aspect of us, where really that spiritual spine that I was talking about is going to give that instinct a certain purpose, in the sense that it can be channeled and it can be integrated and it can be, used as a method, really, to know yourself through what you're experiencing. We're going to really be able to do something practical with what we're feeling and what we're emoting. But for that, we have to be in our Saturn in Pisces, which is our integrity, our spine, which talks about Mars in Cancer trining over to Neptune, which is honesty in action, right? So what this month shows then, also in the cards that I drew, which is, Mars and the Sun being very important, there is this clash that is happening between, this drive and this will to get what you want, what you desire, which again has to come from a certain kind of nurturing caring aspect, and this authority, or let's just say this reputation that has been established. So that is causing this conflict, right? There's something that you are needing to address, needing to adjust in how you project what you really need into the outer world, and where the Chiron in Aries and Pluto in Capricorn showing this wound of the masculine and this manipulative, controlling, power abusing, like, because there's fear of letting go of the old. So this Sun square Pluto is about really getting to the truth, and shedding old beliefs, old conditions, about who we think we are, with Jupiter retrograding in Gemini, right, which is Saturn in Pisces, spiritual integrity, Jupiter in Gemini with Mercury in Scorpio, right? So Jupiter in Gemini is about really discovering, like, okay, I thought this was true, but really it's not. We have to rethink what we thought was true about health, about, how you decorate your home, or what you really want and need with Mercury Scorpio, right? Seeing the truth because you're expressing it, right? And so if you then use that grand trine, you can allow these emotions to expose the truth. And really, there's going to be that battle this month, right? Mars and Sun. The battle between this overprotectiveness and really the fear of showing the true self, that is actually about nurturing, about needing care and that kindness and that childlike experience that we really address and reflect to the outer world, to someone else, to our relationships, versus having to, project out of fear something to the other person, and not being honest, not being vulnerable, not being true to our childlike kindness kind of way of being. And thus there's a discrepancy, there's just no synchronicity between what you really know you are, and because you're still in this dominating, action-based, go-getting grind, which does not work anymore in this world. And we're seeing this being exposed everywhere. It works in a very materialistic world, but the laws are changing because we're needing a more integrative, more holistic point of view, because everything is being exposed and everything is being shown into the outer world. There is no more place for manipulation or control or behind the scenes. No, there's this invitation to be raw, true, childlike kindness to its truest part of the word. So that's where that conflict comes from. This conflict of, this drive to take action, right, from a true essence of needing, of kindness, versus the manipulative and overprotective Mars in Cancer. It's just like, I'm afraid what is going to be shown. If you are not vulnerable, the world cannot interact with you, with that vulnerable part of you. If you just keep dominating and manipulating, you're going to get that right back at you. That's what I'm really saying. There's this, like, get to the truest part of who you are, which is just energy, and you're the creator of your life, and you can experience that through what you emote, what you feel, and that is going to be projected out into your outer environment, into the world. And obviously this part, Sun and Scorpio, is going to be about, parts that you reflect that are not in congruency with that, I would say, new kindness, childlike, caring for self part, but instead it's going to be that manipulative, hardworking, grinding, overprotective part of yourself. And so that clash, that part where you feel you need to protect that versus that part where you can actually be honest, be open, and really getting to a dialogue with the person in front of you, or the person asking you questions and you being honest and vulnerable, whether that's an audience, whether that's your partners, right? So that is the key for this Scorpio season, which is going to be, obviously intense, which is going to be obsessive, which is going to expose old beliefs, the Pluto in Capricorn part of institutions, putting their, rules and regulations on others. And it's just interesting, 5th of November with the elections, that's where Pluto, like right before, is still in Capricorn, but then, as a matter of fact, I'm not sure. I think Pluto, yeah, exactly. Pluto's in Capricorn the election day, but then with the inauguration day, I just have to re-listen to the Leo King, because that information I have from Leo King, because there's just very little other people that talk about this. But this Pluto in Aquarius is going to be, when there's inauguration day. So the reason I'm saying this is because, well, still the people that are electing the president, and I'm talking about election day and the president of the United States, because the whole world is watching, and it really determines what is going to happen in the world with this whole conflict thing on a world stage, the war in Gaza, the war in Ukraine, and health-wise, Anyway, I think this is important because it's showing on a world stage, but it's showing on a personal stage as well, of Capricornian old ways of doing things that are dying, with this moon and Mars, Cancer, opposite Pluto, which is about a truth that needs to be done. And then, Chiron in Aries, it would say North Node in Aries is about the true you, and about taking action on even experiencing that pain and that awful, awkward beingness that you experience, With Mars in Cancer, which is the planet that rules both the Scorpio and North Node in Aries, energy, that's not going to be easy, We will experience tremendous transformation, but I'm telling you that there is a method in the madness, that there is like rest in the chaos, peace and harmony in the tremendous, war-like energy that is there. And it is all about everything I just said about, your spiritual integrity, about being true to yourself, and about emoting, and about energy, and about exposing the true self of you, being vulnerable and projecting that into the outer world. And, then the cards show that Neptune is going to become important, where we are going to feel this surge of creativity, surge of imagination, and really are able to dream a new world into existence. And other people will see our creativity. Other people will see our true power of imagination. We need to really bring that to the people. And that is where we then are able to overthrow outmoded ideas with innovative thinking, and really can get the new part of ourselves and get into this new age of Pluto in Aquarius. Because on this card, this is about where I drew the Aquarian Freya card in the reading, and really telling me about how to build communities. All of this needs to happen. Like, everybody is playing its part in deconditioning old beliefs, exposing lies, manipulative tactics, but really, when we're honest, it's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be about vulnerability. It's about showing our true selves in the process and really thinking about what we really need in order to go comfortably and continue and bring our gift to the community and build a new earth of communities together. So I hope that was helpful, and I'm really now going to get very specific for you into the tribe for your sun, moon, ascended sign. You can check all of that out in the link in the description below if you want to join the tribe. Looking forward to see you there. Much love.